Okay, good day, class. So, in this lecture, we will be discussing the part 4 of our therapeutic modality subject. Okay, so part 4 po, it consists of the different therapeutic or the treatment modalities. Okay, so i-discuss po natin how therapeutic modalities no, in the Philippines evolved. Okay, at kung saan ba siya nag-originate. We will also be discussing the four aspects of therapeutic modality, no? And then we will also be discussing the phases of treatment, okay, and the Nelson Mandela rules, okay? So, unahin po muna natin yung four aspects of therapeutic modality, okay? So first, ang therapeutic community modality program, guys, is a self-help social learning treatment, no? Which utilizes the community as part of the therapeutic vehicle to foster behavioral and attitudinal change. Okay? Kaya siya sinabi na self-help, no? Kasi no, sa loob ng isang penal institution, no, andoon na din po yung tinatawag nating therapeutic community. Okay? So, ang nangyayari po, okay, hinihiwalay po sila sa kulungan. Okay? Pero within the penal institution lang. So, nandito yung penal institution, di ba? Andito yung kulungan. Okay? And within that, andun din po yung community. Yung tinatawag nating therapeutic community. Okay? So kaya siya tinawag na self-help kasi sila din mismo sa sarili nila, sarili lang nila ang makakatulong sa bawat isa, 'di ba? Sarili lang nila ang makakatulong para maibalik yung dating aspeto ng kanilang pagkatao. Okay? Ayan, bukod sa kanilang sarili, okay, yung mga resident doon sa loob ng therapeutic community, okay, sila din yung tutulong sa isa't isa, iba, para mapanumbalik or maibalik yung aspeto ng pagkatao ng isang resident. Okay. So, now, isingit natin dito yung mga agencies involved, okay, in the handling of therapeutic modalities. Okay? So, sa Pilipinas po, we have four. Okay? We have four agencies. Now, agencies that handles, okay, agencies that handles therapeutic modalities. Therapeutic modalities. Okay, sino-sino yung apat na yon? Siyempre, nangunguna dyan, okay, yung Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. Andyan din po yung ating Bureau of Corrections. Okay, and ang ating Parole and Probation Administration, di ba? Or the PPA. And yung ating Dangerous Drug Board o yung DDB. Okay? Bawat isang agencies po, no? Bawat isang agencies may kanya-kanyang tawag sa therapeutic modalities. Okay? Sa Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, tinatawag nila ang kanilang therapeutic model as what? Therapeutic community modality program. Modality program or TCMP. Okay? Sa Bureau of Correction naman, tinatawag naman nila ang kanilang therapeutic model as therapeutic center or therapeutic community. Okay? Ang Parole and Probation Administration naman, tinatawag nila ang therapeutic modality nila, okay, as therapeutic community ladderized program. Okay? Ladderized program. Okay? Ang Dangerous Drug Board naman ay tinatawag nila ang kanilang therapeutic modality program as drug treatment modality. Drug treatment modality. Okay? So, huwag niyong kakalimutan yung mga terms na yan kasi I will be asking this in your finals examination. Okay? So, yan po yung 4 na agencies that handles therapeutic modalities. Okay? So, now, so dito, each participant daw is expected to be contributing member of the community and develops the impetus to change by being a member of the community. Okay, so bawat participant na yung participant na tinutukoy dito, yung mga resident. Each resident po is expected to contribute members of the community. So, ibig sabihin, sila mismo tutulong sa bawat isa para maibalik yung dating aspeto ng kanilang pagkatao. Okay? Ano ba yung aspeto na yung tinutukoy na yon? Ito po yun. Yung 4 aspects of therapeutic modality. Okay? So, tandaan nyo lang po yung acronym na BIBE or BIBE. Okay? Ayan, BIBE, B-I-B-E. Ano yung BIBE na yan? Okay, andyan yung behavioral aspect, intellectual and spiritual aspect, vocational and survival skills, and emotional and psychological aspects. Okay? So, at present, the Therapeutic Community Modality Program is recognized as the backbone program of the BNP for inmate development. Okay? So, hinighlights ko. So, therefore, alam nyo na. Okay? Kapag may hina-highlights ako, then I will be asking this in the quiz or in your major examination. Okay? So, Therapeutic Community Modality Program daw, backbone. Okay? Program of the BJMP for inmate development. Parang sa PNP, ang backbone ng police organization is police patrol. Kasi majority ng gawain, ng duties and responsibility ng PNP kay inilalaan nila sa foot patrol or sa patrolling. Okay? So, almost 80% ng police operations, police activities, inilalaan po nila sa police patrol. Dito naman po sa BJMP, kaya siya tinawag na backbone program of the BJMP kasi majority ng kanilang trabaho is what? Therapeutic community. Meaning, there is a treatment of the person deprived of liberty. Okay? Yun yung goal nila Diba? Rehabilitation and reformation of the person deprived of liberty. Okay? So let's discuss the therapeutic community modality in the BJMP. Okay? So, sa BJMP, ang Therapeutic Community Modality Program was introduced in 1998. Nasa 1998 pa daw yan, when a group of personnel underwent 6-week line-in training. Okay. So, bago pala i-implement or ipatupad ang Therapeutic Community Modality Program sa Pilipinas, particularly sa BJMP, dumaan pala sila sa training. Saan sila nag-training? Okay, dito sa DATAP International Trainers, as sponsored by United States Department. Okay, so DATAP International Trainers. Sila ang nag-train sa ating mga jail personnel, para i-implement at i-apply ang Therapeutic Community Modality Program sa Pilipinas. Okay? But first, so alamin natin yung history. History and evolution ng Therapeutic Community Modality Program. Okay? Kasi nabanggit nga natin dito yung data. Okay, so isingit natin yan, no? Okay, isingit natin yan dito. Okay, history. Okay. History and evolution, okay, of the therapeutic modality, okay, or the therapeutic community. Okay? So sundan nyo lang guys yung yung sequence. Okay? So una, okay, ang therapeutic community daw, okay, ang therapeutic community, okay, therapeutic community daw, okay, is the new, no, therapeutic community is the new application of the, take note, the ancient concept of rehabilitation. Okay? Bagong application daw ito ng ancient concept. So, meaning dati pa daw, during the ancient time, meron na daw pong therapeutic community. Okay? So, ano ba yung kauna-unahan na therapeutic community na naitala sa history? Okay? So, yung tinatawag natin na the Dead Sea Scroll. Okay? Dead Sea Scrolls, okay, found at Qumran. Ito lugar ito, Qumran, okay, was documented as the first, okay, therapeutic community. Okay? Yung Dead Sea Scrolls na nakita, okay, natagpuan sa Dead Sea, is yung tinuturing natin na the first therapeutic community. Okay? So, ano po ba ang Dead Sea Scroll? Okay, ang Dead Sea Scrolls, okay, these are collection, okay, these are collection of ancient Jewish manuscript. Okay? So, kasulatan siya. Okay? Okay, na nagtatala ng mga rules and regulation. Okay? Yan. Manuscripts, no, discovered, okay, discovered near, okay, discovered near the Dead Sea. Okay? Okay, so now, yung community, no, na tinatawag dito, no, na tinutukoy dito, okay, is yung what? No, yung SNS. Now, ito take note No, the first, okay, the first therapeutic community associated, no, associated with the Dead Sea Scroll, okay, scrolls was the SNS. Okay, community siya. Okay? Ang SNS, it is a community, no, behind the Dead Sea. Behind the Dead Sea Scrolls. Okay? Yan, SNS. Tandaan nyo ito, SNS. Okay, so community behind the Dead Sea Scrolls. Kasi during the ancient times, dyan sa SNS na yan, no, according to the Dead Sea manuscript, okay, so there, dito sa community na ito, no, it speaks of, okay, dito sa community na to, okay, it speaks of the ways, okay, the ways of the spirit, okay, spirit of falsehood, okay, and speaks of the problems, okay, the problems of greed, yung kasakiman, yung pagsisinungaling, di ba? cruelty, okay, lust, no? Ano pa ba? Lust, fooling speech, yung mga mapanukso na speeches, okay? Or laughter, okay? So, yung nakakalokong tawa, okay? Or, okay, another is yung sleeping during the meeting. No, sleeping during the community gathering or meeting, okay? Or leaving a community meeting. Okay? So, lahat ng yan po, no, ay may sanctions. Okay? Okay. Meeting are sanctions. Ano ibig sabihin ng are sanctions? Okay, pinaparusahan. Ano ang parusa niyan? Okay, sanctions, okay, for a long period of banishment. Okay. So dito, okay, pinagbabawalan ang kasinungalingan, di ba? Kasakiman, no? Cruelty, lust, fooling speech. Okay, kasi pag ginawa mo yan, even sleeping during the community meeting is sanction for banishment. Alam nyo naman ang banishment, di ba? Ang banishment, ihiwalay ka niyan sa society, di ba? Kumbaga, papalayasin ka sa society for a long period of time. Okay? And then, okay, in the 19th century tayo. Okay. 19th century. Okay. There are group of drinkers. Mga manginginom ng alak. Okay. Founded, okay, the Washingtonians. Okay. Washingtonians. Okay. So, ang Washingtonians, guys, ito yung alcoholic. Alcoholic Anonymous. Okay, so pag sinabi nating Alcoholic Anonymous, these are group of heavy drinkers. Okay? Nagmi-meeting every week, every month, okay? Twice a year, thrice a year, etc. Okay? Para mag-share ng kanilang mga realizations, mag-share ng kanilang negative experience sa pag-inom ng alak. Okay? Noong 19th century, okay, may mga grupo ng mga lasinggero, okay, tinatawag na Washingtonians. Okay? Appeared at the US, at the United States. Okay? At the United States. Okay? So, ayan po, nagkaroon po ng practice, di ba? So, practicing self-appraisal. Okay, practicing self-appraisal. Okay? During group meetings. Okay? So, ito nga yung sinasabi natin kanina. Okay? Pinapractice nila, okay, by ipinapractice nila yung self-appraisal. Okay, kasi nag-sharing sila ng mga bad experiences, di ba? Ano yung masamang idudulot ng pag-inom ng alak sa katawan. Okay? So, yan po. At Alcoholic Anonymous. Okay? And then, another modern day addiction, therapeutic community. Another modern day addiction. Okay, therapeutic community, no, began in 1921. Okay? So, tinawag nila ito as the Oxford Group. Okay, Oxford Group. Okay. Or tinatawag din nila ito na the Bushmanites. Bushmanites. Okay? So, bakit siya Bushmanites? Kasi it is founded by Lutheran Evangelist. Evangelista to, hindi ito hindi ito yung pangalan niya. Okay, Evangelist Minister. Ito yung position niya. Lutheran Evangelist Minister, at ang pangalan niya ay si Frank Buchman. Okay? So, Oxford Group or the Buchmanites, no? You should take note of this. Okay. And founded by Frank Buchman. Okay. So, itong grupo na ito, okay, ganun din. So, it is the first Christian fellowships. Okay, first Christian's fellowship. Okay, and moral and the moral rearmament. Okay? So, ang Oxford Group or the Buchmanites, no, Christian group yan, okay, kung saan nagkakandak sila ng fellowship. Okay, so ito naman, ang focus nila, no, is yung spiritual and religious belief. Okay? Ayan. Oxford Group or the Buchmanites is the first Christian fellowship and moral armament. Okay? And then, in 1935 naman, okay, in 1935, no, under the guidance of mga alcoholic anonymous. Okay? There is a branch of a branch of Oxford. A Oxford Group was created in Akron. Okay? Ayan. So, a branch of Oxford Group, no? Sa ibang lugar naman. Okay? And then sa Santa Monica, California. Okay? California. Okay? So there is a group of Alcoholic Anonymous. Alcoholic Anonymous, okay, was evolved. It was evolved into, no? Ito yung pangalan, Synanon. Okay. Synanon. Okay. Noong 1958 to, Synanon, in 1958. Okay? So, ganun pa rin yan. Alcoholic Anonymous pa rin yan. Okay? And then, from Synanon, okay, from Synanon, sprang, lumitaw, okay, yung tinatawag na Daytop. Daytop Village. Okay, in New York. Okay, in New York City. Okay, so under the guidance, okay, of Monsignor William O'Brien. Okay? So, dito na nag-umpisa guys, no, yung tinatawag natin na Daytop Village. Okay? So, from this, okay, there are hundreds of therapeutic community were established. Okay? So, yun. So, ito po yung pinagmulan nung nitong Daytop International Trainers. Okay? So, dati ang Alcoholic Anonymous. Okay? So, yan. Ang unang tawag yan is Daytop Village. Okay? Na pinamunuan or unang nagtayo nito, ayan, si Monsignor, okay, William O'Brien. Okay. So, ang Pilipinas, diba, nag-training yung mga yan dyan sa Daytop International Trainers. Okay? So, from then, a number of BJMP personnel were trained by DATAP trainers. Okay, so yan yung mga trainers nila. Okay, so yan, balik tayo. Okay, so Therapeutic Community Modality Program. How about Bucor? Ang Bucor ba, Bucor, PPA, and Dangerous Drug Board, nag-training ba sila? Okay, with respect to Bucor, Parole and Probation Admin, and Dangerous Drug Board, hindi sila nag-training but they adapted, They adapted the therapeutic community program of the DATAP. Okay? Hindi na sila nag-training. Inadapt nila kung ano yung yung module na meron ng DATAP International. Okay? Yan, inadapt nila yan. Okay, so hindi na sila nag-training, hindi katulad ng mga Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. Okay? Yan, next. So, Therapeutic Community Modality Program, yan, sinasabi nga natin kanina, it is a self-help social learning treatment. Okay? Bakit siya self-help? Kasi sila rin mismo ang tutulong sa sarili nila. Okay? Which utilizes the community as the primary therapeutic vehicle. Okay? So, take note community. Okay? So, pag tinanong ko kayo, it is the primary, is the primary therapeutic vehicle to foster behavioral and attitudinal change. Okay? So, you will answer community. Okay? Or pwede ring therapeutic community. Mas eksakto. Okay? So, therapeutic community is the primary therapeutic vehicle to foster behavioral and attitudinal changes. Okay? So, in this modality daw, the person learns and practices skills and responsibilities through structured activities that they can transfer to the society upon their release. Okay? So, hindi lang ito vocational, kundi andito rin yung spiritual, okay? Vocational skills, di ba? Okay, spiritual development program, okay? Ano pa ba? We have emotional and psychological trainings din yan. Okay? Meron din yan sa loob. Okay? So, the Therapeutic Community Modality Program and the 4 interconnected development aspects. Okay? So, take note 4 interconnected development aspects. Okay? Parehas lang naman yan nitong 4 aspects of therapeutic community. Okay? Iisa lang yan. Okay. Okay. So, yan. Therapeutic. Yung 4 interconnected development aspects na yan, ito lang naman tinutukoy yan. Ayan. Yung vibe. Okay? Yan. Vibe. Behavioral aspect, intellectual and spiritual aspect, vocational and survival skills, okay, emotional and psychological aspects. Yan po yung 4 aspects or yung tinatawag natin dito as 4 interconnected development aspects. Okay? Yan. Iisa lang naman yan. Okay? Next. The Therapeutic Community Modality Program is adopted by the Bureau. So, sino yung tinutukoy na Bureau dito? Okay. So, ang Bureau na tinutukoy dito, aside from the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, tinutukoy din dito yung Bucor, okay? The Bureau of Correction. Okay? Yan. Adapted So, ibig sabihin, hindi na sila nag-training, kundi inadapt na lang nila yung programa, okay, ng DATAP International. Okay? So, hindi lang Bucor yan, Okay, pati na rin syempre yung mismong nag-training, the BJMP. Okay? So, in attaining one of its mandates, the development of inmates. So, take note, inmates, hindi na ginagamit na term yan. Okay? So, it must be development of, okay, PDL, diba? Development of person deprived of liberty. Ayan yung pinaka-tamang term. Okay. Attaining one of its mandate by which the development of PDL. Pag sinabing development, guys, anong ibig sabihin yan? Okay. Ibig sabihin yan is the rehabilitation, okay, and reformation. Okay? So, yan ang ibig sabihin yan. Pag tinanong ko, the development of person deprived of liberty, anong ibig sabihin yan? Ito yan. Rehabilitation and reformation of the person deprived of liberty. Okay? So, the therapeutic community modality program believes that a person needs to have a strong sense of personal and social responsibility. Okay? So, naniniwala daw ang therapeutic community, okay, na para makapagbago, ma-rehabilitate or ma-reform ang person deprived of liberty, kailangan daw ng strong sense of personal, a strong sense of personal and social responsibility. Okay? So, personal, di ba, yung self-realization. Social responsibility, ito naman yung responsibilidad mo na tulungan ang ibang tao sa community. Okay? Yan. So, pag personal, yan yung self-realization mo. Di ba? Self-realization. Okay? Social responsibility mo naman, ito yung responsibilidad mo, no? To instill changes, no, sa ibang tao. Okay? Na nasa ilalim din ng community. Okay? So now, okay? So ang objectives, di ba? Ang objective na ng therapeutic community modality program is yan, to develop PDL, means rehabilitation and reformation. Okay? So, kasama sa mga core principle nila dito, core principles, okay, of therapeutic modality or therapeutic community. Okay? So, una dito, yung tinatawag na self-determination. Okay, self-determination. Okay. So, what is with self-determination? So, it is a core, no? A core value, okay, is self-determination. Okay, ano ba ang self-determination? So, sabi dito, each individual, okay, is seen as the captain of his or her ship, okay, and the one who determines the path of his or her life. Okay. Isa sa mga core principles ng therapeutic community, self-determination. Okay. So, self-determination is the same thing with self-realization. Marirealize mo di ba? Marirealize mo na ikaw ang huhubog, di ba, sa iyong future. Ikaw ang gagawa ng sarili mong future, di ba? Kung ano ka sa future, okay, ikaw at ikaw lang ang gagawa nun. Okay? You are considered as the captain of your own ship. Di ba? You are captain of your own ship. Okay? And it is only you who will determines the path. Diba? Yung landas na tatahakin mo. Kung gusto mo bang mapaayos ang buhay mo o kung gusto mong mapunta ka dun sa maling landas. Okay? Self-determination or self-realization. Okay? Another core principles ng therapeutic community. Okay? So, yung individual responsibility. Okay? Individual responsibility. Okay? Dito sa individual responsibility, okay, the therapeutic community holds each individual, okay, fully responsible. Okay? Fully responsible for his or her own behavior. Okay? So, no matter what influence, okay, each person is sinfully and completely, okay, completely responsible, okay, for his or her own actions. Okay? So, kung ano daw yung behavior mo, ikaw at ikaw lang din ang huhubog niyan. Okay? Yun yung individual responsibility. Okay? So, kahit daw ano daw tukso ang nandyan sa paligid mo, ano man yung impluensya na nandyan sa paligid mo, kung ikaw ay magpapasakop sa kanila, di ba? Wala kang magagawa kundi magpapasakop ka. Kung hindi mo kayang pigilan. Di ba? So, yan yung individual responsibility. Okay? So, it holds that each individual fully responsible for his or her own behavior. Sila lang naman, di ba? Sila lang din ang may kakayahan na na kontrolin ang kanilang behavior. Okay? Ayan. And last, okay, is yung self-change. Okay, self-change. So when we speak of self-change, no, so this concept okay, is regarded as possible. Posible daw na mangyari ito, no, through personal commitment and adherence, okay, to recovery teachings. Okay. So, magiging posible lang daw ang pagbabago sa sarili, no? Kapag okay, may personal commitment. So, ibig sabihin, ini-internalize mo, isinasa puso. Okay? Isinasa puso. Okay? Isinasa puso mo. Okay? Or, sumusunod ka. No? Sunod. Okay? Saan? Doon sa tinuturo sa loob ng therapeutic community. Okay? So again, the core principles of therapeutic modalities or community. Okay? First is self-determination. Okay? So, meaning, no, you are the captain of your ship and you are the only one who can determine the path of your life. Next is individual responsibility. Okay, so it holds that you are the only one, okay, that can mold your behavior, that can take hold of your behavior. So you are responsible for your own behavior. Okay, and then lastly is yung self-change. Okay, so self-change is possible, okay, when you have personal commitment and adherence to recovery teachings. Okay, so yan po yung core principle ng therapeutic community. Okay, so next. So punta tayo doon sa cardinal rules in therapeutic community. Okay? So, cardinal rules, ibig sabihin, ito po yung pangunahin at hindi dapat malabag na rules and regulations sa loob ng therapeutic community. Okay? In therapeutic community, okay, all forms of sexual intercourse or sexual acts, okay, or any lascivious conduct, okay, is being prohibited. Okay? So, bawal pong makipagtalik, bawal yung pagmamasturbate, or it's any other sexual thing. Okay? Pinagbabawal po yan sa loob ng therapeutic community. Okay? So, it is also prohibited, no, to use drugs. all forms of drugs, syempre particularly illegal drugs. And no, or it is also being prohibited, no, the drinking of alcoholic beverages. Okay, bawal bawal gumamit ng illegal na droga, and bawal syempre uminom ng alak. Okay? So, kailangan pigilan yung sarili. Kasi, tandaan nila, diba, hindi sila nakakulong eh. Okay? They are separated from the penal institution. Okay? From the jail, diba, or prison. Okay? But it is still within the penal institution. Hiwalay lang ng kwarto. Okay? So, next. Prohibited din po, okay, ang any forms of violence, okay, any forms of threat of violence, okay? So, bawal yung magsiga-sigaan sa loob, bawal manakit, di ba? Bawal kang mapikon sa loob, okay, ng therapeutic community. And, syempre, no stealing. Bawal talaga ang magnakaw, syempre. Okay? So, yan yung cardinal rules in therapeutic community. Okay? Now, let's proceed with the phases of treatment. Okay, so pag sinabi natin phases, guys, of treatment, it means stages, no? Stages of the treatment. Okay? What are the stages of the therapeutic community? So, bago ka pumasok sa loob ng therapeutic community, first phase is yung entry or orientation phase. Okay? Entry or orientation phase. Okay? So, once an inmate, so take note hindi na po ginagamit ang salitang inmate. Okay? So, bagkus ang term na ginagamit na dyan is, okay, yung person deprived of liberty. Ba? PDL is committed to jail. He undergoes a series of examination. Okay? So, he undergoes daw a series of examination. Okay? So, question. Sir, what is the purpose of the series of examination conducted through the PDL? So, ito yung purpose niya. To determine his physical, sociological, and psychological status. Okay? So, inaalam dito, guys, no? Inaalam dito yung... Okay. Okay? So, inaalam dito, okay, ang status, di ba? Kung gaano na ba, kung gaano na naapektuhan. Okay? Okay? How the physical, social, and psychological, okay, psychological aspect has been affected, no, by the criminal acts, okay, committed, okay, by the person deprived of liberty. Okay? So, yan po yung inaalam dyan. Diba? Yan yung dinedetermine. Determines how physical, social, and psychological aspect has been affected by the criminal acts of the PDL. Okay? So, kumbaga sinasala sila. Teka lang. Gaano na ba kalala? Okay? Ang physical, social, and psychological aspect. Okay? Yan. So, upon his commitment, a resident is placed on orientation. Okay? So, question, saan ginagawa, okay, ang orientation or entry phase? Okay? Saan ginagawa? Okay, saang lugar? Yan. Reception and diagnostic room or tinatawag natin na diagnostic room. Okay? Or orientation room. Okay, yan, reception and diagnostic room. So dito maraming tanong ang pwedeng ang pwede kong itanong. Diba? Purpose of series of examination during entry or orientation phase. Diba? Kaya to determine the physical, social, and psychological status. Okay? And saan ginagawa? Anong lugar ginagawa ang orientation phase? Okay? Diyan sa reception and diagnostic room or orientation room. Okay? So after the conduct of examination, he is then assigned in a static group. Okay? Static group. Ihahanay ka na ngayon dun sa mga static group. Okay? And yung leader, yan yung big brother who will provide him with support. Okay? So, sir, ano po ba ibig sabihin ng static group? Okay? So, upon orientation, i-assign ka kung anong grupo ka na bibilang. Okay? So, it is the static group. Anong static group? Okay? So, ito asahan nyo na itatanong sa finals exam. The static group. It is a permanent group of peers and leaders. Grupo ng mga tao ito. Okay? That meets regularly. Meron silang meeting every day. Okay? May meeting sila every day. Nagkakamustahan sila. Okay? While the residents are in treatment. It is a sort of home group who provides support for one another and to the new members of the community. Okay? So, sa isang community, diba, merong grupo ng mga tao na nagpupulong, diba, nagkakamustahan araw-araw, kakaroon ng meeting araw-araw, nagkakamustahan. Okay, so ang tawag doon ay static group. Now, sino naman itong si Big Brother? Hindi ito yung nasa Pinoy Big Brother. Okay? So, si Big Brother, ito yung older member, yung mga matatandang tao, okay? Matatandang member ng community or ng therapeutic community. Okay? That is tasked to provide guidance. Okay? So, pag tinanong ko, they provide guidance to the newly committed residents. Okay? So, look for Big Brother. Okay? Ayan. So, that is the phase 1. Okay? Next, yung phase 2 naman natin is the primary treatment. Okay? So, dito, ginagamot na yung 4 na aspeto ng isang person deprived of liberty. Okay? So, after proper orientation on the different therapeutic community, okay, concepts and tools, the norms and rules of the community, the staff members, the resident is now ready to undergo treatment proper. Okay? So, ready na sila, na mag-undergo ng treatment proper. Okay? So, he becomes part of the community starting as a crew member. Okay? So, crew member of the housekeeping department. Okay? So, after the orientation, di ba, disseminate yung rules and regulation ng community, pinakilala yung mga staff members, ikaw ngayon ay magiging, you will act as a crew member ng housekeeping department. Okay? Kumbaga, sa mga grupo ng mga janitor, di ba, ikaw yung crew, isa ka sa crew, isa ka sa mga naglilinis. Okay? So, until he gradually ascends in the hierarchy. Okay? So, kapag nasa primary treatment ka, you must be knowledgeable on the following. Kailangan alam mo to. Proper use of the different tools to address personal issues and concerns and shape behavior. Diba? So, dapat hindi ka maninibago doon. Kasi sa therapeutic community, okay, laging may meetings dyan, okay, laging may vocational aspects, diba? Merong praise and worship, diba? Merong fellowship. Okay? So, dapat hindi ka maninibago doon. Diba? Ayan. So, dapat alam mo yan. And then, you must manage your own feelings and learn how to express self appropriately. Okay? So, hindi yung nagalit ka, nakaramdam ka ng pagkapikon. Diba? Ipinapakita mo. Diba? So, yan, nagwawala ka sa loob. So, bawal yun. Okay? Yan. Next is learning how to follow the rules and norms of the community. Okay? So itong rules and norms na ito, guys, now these are the what? These are the rules and regulation of the therapeutic community. Okay? So dapat alam mo yung rules, okay, and regulations. Dapat alam mo yung mga pinagbabawal sa loob. Diba? Yung kanina, sinabi natin, no sex or actual sexual actuations, okay, no drinking of alcohol, and no taking of illegal drugs, diba? So, no stealing, okay, ayan, no violence, and no force or no threat or of violence, diba? So, you must learn how to follow those. Okay. Another, you must maximize participation in activities. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan, okay, lahat ng activities, no, during the therapeutic community, you must take part in it. No? Kailangan lumakop ka, kailangan sumali ka. Okay? And then you must learn how to trust the environment. Okay? Trust the environment. So kung akala mo wala-wala lang yon, walang nangyayari. Okay? Di ba sabi nga, di ba kapag mayroon tayong hiniling kay Lord at sa tingin natin hindi nangyayari. Di ba? Lagi natin sinasabi, trust the process. Di ba? So parang ganito rin lang din yan, no? Learning how to trust the environment. Okay? By disclosing self to the community and develop insight in the process. May positive outcome yan. Okay? Kasi syempre, sa umpisa, di ba pag nag-take tayo ng gamot, pag may sakit tayo, hindi naman agad-agad, ora mismo, gumagaling tayo, di ba? Okay, so it will took, no? It will took several days bago tayo gumaling. So, ganun din dito. You must trust the environment. Okay? Develop positive coping skills to deal with difficult life situations. Okay? So, kailangan doon ma-develop mo yung coping mechanism mo. Okay? So, kailangan mong umiwas sa lahat. Okay? Sa lahat ng negative vibes. Okay? Negative feelings. Di ba? Negative actions. Okay? And then, you must know to enhance educational and vocational skills to make him productive. Okay? So, kailangan matutunan mo lahat ng mga itinuturo doon. Educational, vocational skills. Okay? Para paglabas mo, magamit ka ng community. Kasi bakit? Bakit kailangan mong pag-aralan, okay, yung mga vocational skills and educational programs sa loob ng therapeutic community? Kasi guys, pag naghanap ka ng trabaho, paglaya mo, di ba? When you are reintegrated with the community at wala kang alam na trabaho, hindi ka magiging productive. Okay? Lagi ka na nasa bahay, tambay ka lang. Okay? At pag tambay ka, baka lalo kang matempt na mag-commit ng bumalik dun sa criminal activities. Okay? Kasi mahirapan kang kumuha ng NBI clearance, court clearance, police clearance. Kasi nga may hint ka. Diba? Unlike kapag may vocational skills ka, diba? Pwede kang mag-apply extra. Diba? Yan. Pwede kang mag-apply. Okay? As extra, diba? Sa mga trabaho. Okay? And you must improve social skills. Okay? So, pag sinabing social skills dito, yung ability of a person, okay, ability of a person to socialize. Makipagkapwa-tao, di ba? Kailangan matutunan mong i-develop yung inyong social skills. Okay? Social skills. Ability of a person to socialize and recognize the importance, no? Kailangan makilala mo yung importance of other people's help in shaping behavior. Okay? Ayan. So, kailangan makilala mo yung tulong ng ibang tao. Okay? Next. Phase 3 is the pre-re-entry. Okay, so pre, ibig sabihin before, di ba? Before re-entry. Diba? Papasok ka uli. So, under regular circumstances, the resident is expected at this stage to have internalized the therapeutic community values. Okay? So, pag sinabing internalized, isinapuso yung therapeutic community values and concept to start life afresh. Okay? Para magsimula ng panibagong buhay. Okay? However, in the jail setting, where entry and release are not within the jail control, residents may not have reached this phase of treatment before they even leave the jail facility. Okay? So, hindi kasi control ng BJMP or ng Bucor, okay? Yung reintegration mo sa community. Okay? So the residents may not have reached this phase of treatment before they even leave the jail facility. Okay? So regardless of the resident's length of stay, he is expected to undergo this phase prior to release. Okay, yan, prior to their release. Okay. So kapag ang tanong ko, this is the phase that a resident must undergo prior to the release into the society, then ang sagot nyo is phase 3, re-entry. Okay, and then re-entry, okay, so it is the stage, okay, kung saan, okay, pwede na uli or ready na uli ang isang resident, okay, ready na uli ang isang resident na, okay, ma-reintegrate, and release back to the society, as he has demonstrated adequate self-control and discipline. So the inmate is now preparing for his life outside the jail, and he is focused on making himself productive citizen. Okay, again, paano siya magiging productive citizen, by applying, okay, the teachings, okay, inside or the teachings during the therapeutic community. I-apply mo. Saan mo i-apply? Sa society, upon your release. Okay? So, a resident may start planning for a job hunting. Diba? So, maghahanap na siya ng trabaho. Okay? And rebuilding family ties. Siyempre, matagal ka na wala sa pamilya mo. So, it is the opportunity for you to rebuild, okay, family ties or yung family bondings. Okay? So, the resident must focus on the following. Transition to life outside of jail. Siyempre, matagal ka sa kulungan, maninibago ka ngayon uli, pagdating mo sa community. So, kailangan mag-focus ka doon. Transition. Ibig sabihin, ito yung pagbabago. Diba? Next, creating a new lifestyle, applying the tools and concept of therapeutic community. New lifestyle na ang gagawin mo sa labas ng community. Kung dati, tambay ka, diba, barumbado ka, hard-header ka, diba, mainitin ulo mo, So, dito, you will apply a new lifestyle, diba? So, applying the tools and concepts of therapeutic community. Learning positive coping skills to deal with day-to-day situations. Okay? Yung positive coping mechanism or coping skills. Okay? Hanggat kayang maiwasan. Diba? Next, re-establishing and strengthening family ties and support group. As we have mentioned earlier, reintegration into the mainstream of the society. Okay, reintegrate. Okay, binabalik ka ulit sa society. And developing realistic and attainable goals in life. Okay? So, doon ka dapat mag-focus. Okay. Next is phase 5, yung aftercare. Okay. So, aftercare is an outpatient program. Okay? Take note yung mga hina-highlight sa outpatient program. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, nasa labas na yung graduate of a penal institution. or GOPI or yung rehabilitated individual. Okay? And it requires client, no? Requires client to report twice a week to an outreach center. Okay? So, pinagre-report sila twice in a week, no? Doon sa outreach center. Okay? And they're required to attend group sessions to ensure their adjustment to life outside the jail to reduce recidivism. For clients released from jail, they are referred to the parole and probation administration and local government. Okay? So, take note for clients. Okay? Ito yung mga nagdaan sa mga nagdaan sa correctional or rather insti and non-institutional correction. Upon release from the jail, they are referred to the parole and probation administration. Dito sila magre-report. Okay? Or doon sa local government. Okay? Local government. In case of mga provincial government. Okay? Units for follow-up and aftercare. The clients are focused on the following. Okay? So, maintaining positive behavior and prevent recidivism, strengthening coping mechanism, as we have mentioned earlier, maintaining relationships and support mechanism sa bawat isa ito sa community, sustaining interest in job or vocation to maintain livelihood, and integration into the society. Okay? So, yan po yung ating mga pieces, no, of the therapeutic community. Okay? So, next. Let's discuss the Nelson Mandela Rule. Actually, itong Nelson Mandela Rule, okay, it composes of a lot of rules. Okay, and we will be discussing all the rules. Okay, hanggang rule 100 plus 100 plus yung rule na yan. Pero uunti-untiin muna natin. Okay? Now, sino ba si Nelson Mandela? Diba? As I have mentioned you, okay, during the past discussion. Okay. Itong si Nelson Mandela is a political figure. Political figure and was imprisoned. He was imprisoned for a period of 27 years. Okay? Bakit siya nakulong? Okay, the reason of his imprisonment, okay, is yung tinatawag na apartheid. Okay? Apartheid. Ano yung apartheid? Ito po yung pinaglalaban niya na magkaroon ng equal rights between a black, okay, and a white person. Okay? So, kailangan daw pantay-pantay during the ancient times. Kasi guys, there are discriminations of colors, di ba? Lalo na sa Amerika, puti tsaka itim. So, there is some sort of discrimination. Okay. And then, nung paglaya ni Nelson Mandela, he became the president. Okay? Became the president. Okay, became the president of Africa, okay, particularly South Africa. Okay? And then now, yung United Nations, okay, the countries involved, okay, or member country of the United Nations, okay, set a standard minimum rules for the treatment of prisoners. Inadapt nila yung insight nito ni Nelson Mandela. Okay, kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na Nelson Mandela Rules. Okay? So, but first, ano ba itong United Nations Standard Minimum Rules for the Treatment of Prisoners or yung Nelson Mandela Rule? Okay, so it provides the states with detailed guidelines. Detalyadong guidelines for protecting the rights of a person deprived of their liberty. Okay, so the rules are based on obligation to treat all prisoners with respect, or their inherent dignity. So, kinakailangan respeto, di ba? Respeto saan? Sa human rights, di ba? Kahit na sabihin mong mga preso yan, person deprived of liberty, okay, still, they are humans. Okay? And human are subjected to respect for the inherent dignity of and value of human beings. Okay? Okay? So, yan po yung Nelson Mandela Rule. So, let's proceed with the basic principles. Okay? So, ito, i-discuss lang po natin hanggang accommodations. Tama ba? Hanggang accommodations, Rule 17. Okay, so Rule 1, all prisoners shall be treated with respect. Okay, shall be treated with respect due to the inherent dignity and value as a human beings. Okay, so kinakailangan daw, sabi dyan, okay, respetuhin yung dangal at kahalagahan ng isang tao. Okay, no prisoner shall be subjected to, and all prisoners shall be protected from torture and other cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment. So, bawal saktan, okay, ang bawat isang tao na nakakulong sa jail or prison. Okay? Yung Rule 2 naman, it discusses, okay, no, shall be applied impartially. Okay, yung impartiality naman, okay, ng batas. Diba? So, the law shall be applied to all. Okay? The respect, the observance of the human rights must be what applied to all persons. Okay? Impartial. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, walang kinikilingan, di ba? Walang pinoprotektahan. Di ba? Serbisyong totoo lamang yan. Okay? There shall be no discrimination on the grounds of race, color, sex, language, religion, political, or other opinion. Okay? So, kung magbibigay ng pagkain example, okay? Mayaman, mahirap. Okay? Kung ano yung kinakain ng mayaman, ganun din ang pagkain na ipapakain mo dun sa mga mahihirap. Hindi pwedeng lamang sila. Hindi pwedeng liyempo yung mayaman, di ba? Tapos darak yung mahirap, no? Hindi po pwede 'yon, no? So kailangan equal. Okay? Impartiality. Okay, next. Next is Rule 3. Okay, what is with Rule 3? Imprisonment and other measures that result in cutting off persons from outside world are afflicted by the very fact of taking from these persons the right of self-determination by depriving them of their liberty. Okay? So, dito po, okay? So, bawal po yung pinagbabawal na po yung banishment. Diba? Yan, imprisonment and other measures result in cutting off persons from outside world. Diba? Yung ilalayo ka. Diba? Ililigaw ka. No? Tatanggalin ka sa mundo. Okay? Buburahin ka. Diba? Parang ganun yung literal na ibig sabihin. They are afflicted by the very fact of taking from these persons the right of self-determination. Okay? Or yung self-realization by depriving them of their liberty. Therefore, the prison system shall not, except as an incidental to justifiable separation or the maintenance of discipline, aggravate suffering inherent in such situation. Okay? So, bawal na po yan. Okay, next. Rule 4, okay, the purpose of the sentence of imprisonment, okay, or similar measures, okay, is to protect the society against crime and to reduce recidivism. Okay? So, ang purpose daw ng imprisonment o yung pagkakakulong is to separate the offender to the society. Okay? Para ihiwalay sila. Okay? So, para na rin maprotektahan ng society. Kasi baka mamaya mag-commit pa ng more grave more grave criminal activities yung tao na yan, di ba? Okay. So, yan yung rule number 4 to protect the society. Yun yung principle, okay, ng imprisonment or purpose of imprisonment. Okay? Now, rule 5. Ano sabi sa rule 5? The prison regime should seek to minimize any differences between prison life and life at liberty that tend to lessen the responsibility of the prisoners or the respect due to their dignity as human beings. So, yung prison daw, okay, kailangan daw ma-minimize, okay, lahat ng pagkakaiba between the prison life, okay, and life at liberty. So, dapat, okay, so dapat ma-minimize, okay, yung pinagkaiba ng prison life at yung life at liberty. Okay? Kasi it tend to lessen the responsibility of the prisoners or the respect due to their dignity as human beings. Kasi guys, kung sa prison life, parang nagagawa nila dun yung mga bagay na nagagawa nila when they are in the community. Okay? So, hindi sila magkakaroon ng self-realization. Okay? Hindi sila magkakaroon ng self-responsibility. Di ba? Kasi nagagawa nila sa loob yung nagagawa nila sa labas. Di ba? So, dapat, hindi. So, kaya nga, ang essence ng suffering, di ba? Merong pain and suffering. Okay? So, kailangan yung privilege na nararanasan nila sa labas. Okay? Kailangan tanggalin yun when they enter the therapeutic modality. Di ba? Or dun sa penal institutions natin. Okay? So next, we have prisoner file manager. Okay, so we have rule 6. Yung rules 1 to 5, yan yung basic principle ng prison. Okay, ito naman, prisoner file manager. Okay. Prisoner file manager. Under rule 6, sabi dyan, there shall be standardized prisoner file management system. Diba? So, kailangan, yan, merong standard prisoner file management system kung saan nandoon lahat naka-store yung personal and sensitive personal information, yung crime na na-commit niya, di ba? Date and time it was committed, di ba? So, yung mga case folders and other pertinent data, okay, subject to crimes, okay, that the person deprived of liberty committed. Kailangan meron silang file system. Okay, yung tipong kapag pag kinakailangan, di ba, madali mo siyang makita sa computer, di ba, magpiprint ka na lang gagawin, piprint mo na lang Okay? So, rule 7 naman, no person shall be received in a prison without valid commitment order. Okay? So, ano po ba yung ibig sabihin ng commitment order, sir? Okay, so pag sinabi natin commitment order, it is an order by the court. Okay? Transferring the custody of the person deprived of liberty. Now, yan yung commitment order. Okay? So, the following information shall be entered. Okay, okay, so yan yun, rule 7. Hindi mo pwedeng ilagay sa isang penal institution ang isang person deprived of liberty if hindi siya dumadaan, no? Okay, or if walang tinatawag na commitment order. Okay? Next, rule 8, information related to the judicial process, including the dates of court hearings, court hearings, legal representations, etc. So, kailangan inform yan. Okay? Kailangan i-inform doon sa sa jailer or doon sa warden. Yan yung rule 8 natin. information, no, the information na i-store doon sa filing system, kailangan, okay, so andyan lahat nung details. Okay, dates of court, hearings, legal representation, initial assessment, classifications, trade reports, information, okay, etc. Okay, Rule 8. Rule 9. So, lahat ng records daw, no, na tinutukoy sa Rule 7 and 8 shall be kept confidential. Okay. So, it shall be kept confidential and made available only to those whose professional responsibilities require access to such records. Okay? So, yung details ng person deprived of liberty, okay, shall be remain confidential. Okay? Yan. Unless you belong to the same kind of organization. Mari BJMP lang, di ba? Yeah, sila lang ang magkikitaan ng mga personal and sensitive personal information or yung files ng isang person deprived of liberty. Okay? Rule 10. Okay. Sa Rule 10 naman po, prisoner management system shall also be used to generate reliable data about trends relating to and characteristics of the prison population, including occupancy rates, in order to create a basis for evidence-based decision making. Okay? So, ginagamit din daw yung prisoner file management system para malaman kung gaano na ba ka-crowded ang isang penal institution. Okay? Para maging mabilis, di ba? Para maging mabilis po yung decision making ng korte, no? Teka lang, maraming nakakulong dito. Okay? So, sa Manila City Jail, so kailangan bilisan yung proceeding, no? Yan, para mabawasan, di ba, ang population. Okay. And dito tayo sa separation categories. Okay. Separation categories. Okay, so wait lang, saksak natin yung charger. Okay. Sa separation categories, di ba? Rule 11. Okay. Sabi rito sa Rule 11, there are different categories of prisoners. Okay? And depende yon sa gravity ng kanilang crime na nakomit or sa penalty ng kanilang crime. Okay? And shall be kept in a separate institutions or parts of institutions taking account of their sex. Diba? Hindi mo pwedeng pagsamahin ang lalaki sa babae. Okay? For example, lalaki, babae, robbery parehas ang nakomit nila. Okay? Itong si lalaki sa Nubilibid prison siya, pero itong si babae, di ba? Doon sila sa correctional institution for women, di ba? Age, criminal record, the legal reason for their detention, and the necessities of their treatment. Thus, no, the men and women shall so far as possible be detained in separate institution. Okay? Separate institution. Diba? Hiwalay talaga ang lalaki sa babae. Ganon din ang mga bata. Okay? So, saan naman kinukulong ang mga bata? Okay, doon sa Bakay Pag-asa. Okay? Bakay Pag-asa. Okay, so, okay, in an institution may receive both men and women, the whole of the premises allocated to women shall be entirely separated. Okay? Untried prisoners shall be kept separated from convicted prisoners. Okay? Untried prisoners, ibig sabihin, ongoing pa yung kaso. Okay? There is ongoing case. Okay? Shall be kept separated daw from convicted prisoners. Okay? It is true guys kasi, di ba kaya nga natin in-establish yung mga jails. Okay? Para, okay, dito nakakulong yung mga persons, okay, who are waiting, okay, for final judgment, okay, or okay, or those who are no or those who are still pending cases. Okay, naka-pending pa yung kaso. Diba nga sa prison, okay? So persons, okay, who are already serving sentence. Okay. So yan, hiniwalay ang jails, okay, or hiniwalay yung mga tao. Okay, yung mga person deprived of liberty natin. Okay, next. Persons imprisoned for death and other civil prisoners shall be kept separate from persons imprisoned by reason of criminal offenses. Okay, pero ito naman guys, di ba sabi nga sa Philippine Constitution, there shall be no person shall be imprisoned for non-payment of debts. Okay, so walang nakukulong sa utang. Okay, pero again, dito pa rin sa sa Mandela Rules, no, the person imprisoned for debt and other civil prisoners shall be kept separated from persons imprisoned by reason of criminal offenses. Okay, then young prisoners shall be kept separate from young adults, di ba? From young adults, okay, rather adults. Okay, kaya nga yung mga bata, di ba, sa bahay pag-asa sila eh. Diba? Sa bahay, pag-asa. Mga young prisoners. Diba? Sa bahay, pag-asa. Okay? Next, punta tayo dito sa rules on accommodation. Okay, accommodation. Rule 12. Okay, where sleeping accommodation is in individual cells or rooms. Each prisoner shall occupy by night a cell or room by himself or herself. If for special reasons such as temporary overcrowding, it becomes necessary for the central prison to make an exception to this rule. It is not desirable to have 2 prisoners in a cell or room. Okay, so ito applicable siguro to sa ibang bansa. Kasi dito sa Pilipinas, wala namang ganito. No? Single cell, okay, or dalawang cells, or dalawang prisoners sa isang cell. Okay, nag-share ng isang prison cell. Dito sa Pilipinas, ang isang prison cell is shared by hundreds of prisoners eh. Diba? Hundreds or 50 personnels, diba? Please, okay. Inconvenient, or rather, inconvenient siya in a sense na hindi naman hindi naman nangyayari dito sa Pilipinas, di ba? Okay, pero sabi pa rin ng Mandela Rules, di ba? So kailangan individual cells. Okay. Isa sa bawat isang kulungan. Okay. Next, Rule 113. All accommodation provided for the use of prisoners, and in particular, or sleeping accommodation, shall meet all requirements of health, due regard being paid to climatic conditions, no, and particularly to cubic content. Okay, so again, hindi pa rin ito na ginagawa sa Pilipinas. Okay, sa ibang bansa siguro kasi malaki mga kulungan nila doon eh. Diba? Okay. So, Rule 14, in all places where prisoners are required to live or work, the windows shall be large enough to enable the prisoners to read or work by natural light. Okay? So, kailangan daw large yung mga windows. Okay? Para nga naman, maliwanag. Diba? Para makapagbasa-basa yung mga person deprived of liberty. Okay? And shall be constructed that they can allow the entrance of fresh air, whether or not there is artificial ventilations. Kaso, the danger of a large windows, no, it could be a subject of subject or a tools, okay, of escape, diba? Pag napakalaking window, malaki ang posibilidad na makatakas sila, diba? Okay, pero Sa prison system naman ng Pilipinas, malakas naman ang securities, di ba? May CCTVs, etc. May security guards, di ba? May police officers, di ba? I think it would be impossible for them to make or plan an escape. Ba? Yan. Artificial light shall be provided sufficient for the prisoners to read or work without injury to eyesight. Di ba? Okay. Rule 15, the sanitary installation shall be adequate to enable every prisoner to comply with the needs of nature. Di ba? Kapag gagamit sila ng CR, ng banyo, iihi sila, tatai sila, and so on and so forth. Maliligo sila, di ba? Okay, so kailangan malinis. Okay, yung what? Malinis dapat ang paligid, lalo-lalo na sa CR. Okay? Rule 16 naman, no? Ito yung adequate bathing. So, kailangan araw-araw, di ba, naliligo ang mga preso. Okay? Araw-araw sila naliligo. To prevent nga, no? Or to maintain their health, di ba? To protect them from any eventualities, okay, that could hamper their health, diba? Maging dahilan kung bakit sila nagkakasakit, diba? So yeah, rule 16. And then rule 17 naman, on the other hand, okay, all parts of a prison regularly used by prisoners shall be properly maintained and kept scrupulously clean at all times. Lahat ng ginagalawan, okay, ng isang person deprived of liberty, kailangan daw malinis lahat. Okay? So, that ends the part 4 of the therapeutic community. Okay?